Shut up and sit down.
Shut down, getting elimination on King Cole. And it's shut down. Shut down. Up the road. Shut down, getting a down on two.
Down in that is a throw. The trade Cole in red. Moving in, getting an elimination down also suffering.
No, actually, Wolf is actually having a stroke.
I am?
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Going up. One ammo bag. I think one put the ammo bag in front of the.
I'm so confused.
Let's just go to the game. just go.
Welcome everyone to Amateur Hour Commentary. I am your host, the Wolf Craze. Ignore the names underneath. I've kind of been rushing to get all this together, but thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you Indy Gaming League for allowing us to cover this awesome match. This is going to be the match between Amateur Hour and Starlit Alpha. We're about to be going in now, so let me just get set up here. So I do have a few stats tonight for you guys, since this is the second week of the Indy Gaming League 3v3 circuit. And why don't we start with reviewing Amateur Hour's stats from last week. I'm going to try to keep this updated as much as possible for as long as we cover this. If we look at their first match against Whiffing Force, they came away victorious with a score of 3-1, but they only have a game-winning percentage of 75, meaning they lost at least one game against Whiffing Force, but still well played. 16 goals overall, and only 7 against them, so that's a pretty significant score differentiation. So well done, Amateur Hour. And over on Starlit Alpha, we have a win on that end as well against RK Crumb Dumpster, with a score of 3-0. Starlit Alpha coming out victorious with 100% wins there. But the point differentiation is a little bit different here. Whereas Starlit got 11 goals overall and 6 against them, meaning that the point differentiation is not as large between these two teams, but don't let that fool you, as I'm sure they're going to come in full force tonight. Going to be exciting. And looks like we're working on getting into a lobby right now. So again, I just want to give a shout out to Indy Gaming League, who is running this tournament. If you guys are not familiar with who they are, just do a quick Google search and find Indy Gaming League, and you can check out all the things that they got going on. Right now on their main site, like right on the front page, it's showcasing Apex Legends, so if you're into that sort of thing, definitely check it out. But they got a variety of different games that are active at the moment, with some I'm sure planned in the future. I don't have any predictions tonight. What's up, Titch? I don't have any predictions tonight, and I also don't have a co-host or a production guy. One of my hosts is playing right now. That's Titch, and Paco, our production guy, is also playing. So they are making up 2/3 of the Amateur Hour commentary team. So best of luck to them. I also do have a poll down below for who you think is going to win, whether it's going to be AHC or Starlit Alpha. I've been playing a lot of Rocket League lately. I've been really trying to improve. Now, I do have a few of my friends saying that with how many hours I've actually put into it, I'm pretty good. But you know what? I'm not quite to the level that I want, but I'm going to keep practicing. And fortunately, I have the AHC team to practice with, and they've been teaching me a lot. So expect a lot of really fun action. Hopefully, we will be starting soon. But yeah, please do stay tuned. This is going to be a good time for sure. If you guys are interested in checking out what we are all about over here on Amateur Hour, please check out the panels below. That will bring you to not only our YouTube channel, but it'll also bring you to our Discord and a bunch of other socials. And you can also see that we have a sponsor, Raise Energy. They are not up on our screen right now because this is not our standard format for showing games. But if you guys are interested in checking that out, there is a panel that you can click on. So please do consider. And here we go. We're going to get into it. I just need to quickly get... Give me 1 second, folks. There we go. And why don't we transition? There we go, right off the bat. Sorry we missed that, but here we are, right off the bat. Scuba Steve taking it in for a goal. Titch with a nice pass off the back wall, nearly pinching it, but without the need. Starting off at the face-off, we got WAP and Steve going head-to-head. Maybe Titch. There we go. Titch and Scripps. Looks like Starlit winning that face-off. WAP throwing it up in the middle, giving Steve an opportunity to clear it out to the front corner. Trying to solo it in, but no, just goes wide. And Delta picking the ball up, trying to bring it downfield, but Apocalypse keeping it on their end, keeping the pressure real. Steve again stealing it away. WAP there to respond accordingly, getting a nice clear down into the blue side of the field. Paco getting a little bit of a bump there. Steve trying to clear out of the corner. Solo bouncing it off the wall. Here comes Titch around the corner, provide support. Speed boosting up. But Delta there to redirect. Paco coming back up, keeping it in the corner, but SER there to apply pressure and Try to get it back into amateur hour territory. Paco narrowly missing that goal. Titch losing the 50-50 there. Ball back in amateur hour territory. Delta keep clearing it. Again, applying a lot of pressure here. A Titch with a nice defense with a slow roll into the goal. SCR going head to head here with Paco, giving a little bump, allowing WAP to come in and go for the shot. Delta missing the aerial. Titch popping it up off the backboard, trying to solo, no! Just over the backboard. Steve keeping it in Starlet territory. Incredible back and forth. Delta with a nice bump on Titch, but Paco there to pick it up and with a nice clear. Here comes Scuba Steve trying to clear himself. Titch missing the aerial. WAP flying in again, trying to keep that pressure on right now. Amateur Hour is doing a great job keeping it in the territory of Starlet. Wonderful defense here. Not a lot of shots on goal against Amateur Hour. Starlet, oh, just missing it is WAP. Hit, what a pinch right there in front of the goal. Very dangerous situation for them. Starlet having a hard time trying to get it out of the goal. Titch trying to solo shoot it, but miss. Paco there to try to clean up, but no, a light hit with an easy block by SCR. Again, Amateur Hour just able to keep this pressure alive in Starlet territory with a lot of hits off the backboard, hoping for those aerial shots. And right now, Starlet just cannot get the momentum and keep the pressure on in amateur territory. Paco going in, but no, there are three members of Starlet there to prevent that goal. Well done. Trying to get a nice clear here is SCR and WAP, but no, Paco there again for the defense. Only a minute 30 left, and WAP struggling a little bit. Not enough time in Amateur Hour territory. Not a lot of pressure from their end. Titch trying to ground the ball a little bit there. Both teams with really good rotation, but of course, as I've said before, Amateur Hour just applying a lot of pressure. WAP getting the demo. Light tap pass there. Good bump by Scuba Steve, and Paco there to pick it up with a nice aerial and bump into the goal. No Starlet teammate in sight. And Steve also with a wonderful bump on WAP. Now increasing the score 2-0. Right, the face-off. WAP winning that 50-50 at face-off. Steve there to provide a little bit of support. Titch going up. Winning that aerial 50-50. And SCR just missing it. Steve pushing it back, doing a backwards pass to his teammates. A nice lob into the air, but a bit slow, and no one really there to capitalize on it. WAP going up, sitting up in the middle of the Amateur Hour territory, but not a solid bump to force it down into the goal. Delta trying to keep it in Amateur Hour territory. Finding the goal, SCR. The shot on goal, just missing. Paco pushing up, trying to solo against 1v2. Bouncing it off to mid. WAP going up for the aerial, missing it. Scuba Steve carrying it into the goal, making the score now 3-0. And right now, Amateur really applying pressure, really taking it to Starlet Alpha. Here we go with the 50-50. Paco winning the face-off. Last second has ticked down. Ball still in the air, but Starlet not able to keep it alive. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Amateur Hour wins the first fight of the evening. And they take their first victory with a score of 3-0. Well played. Well played by both teams. Real quick, hello to everyone in chat. Raptor, we were already talking. How you doing, dude? Karen, Cinderella, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Again, want to thank Indy Gaming League for allowing us to cast this game. Now, last week, for those who were able to join, I had a bit of a rough week. I had unfortunately, I was sitting with no internet because a bad storm kind of came through and just blacked out a whole area of where I live. So unfortunate for me and unfortunate for you guys, but glad you were able to tune in this week for the second week of this 3v3 circuit. So far, Amateur Hour taking authority, really good with their rotations. As soon as one member goes up, another one's there to assist with the clear, one sitting in the back. In a bit of, I don't want to say research, because it's not really research, it's just a lot of YouTube viewing and listening to pros. Thank you for the gift there, dude. Spectate. Here we go. Oh, it looks like we're just going to be hopping right into it, and I'll talk about that other stuff later. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Face-off number 1 of Game 2. Delta and Scuba Steve. Oh, with the face-off goal, Delta winning that 50-50, giving Starlit Alpha the first goal of this match. Bit of a mishap by Scuba Steve. A little late. But here we go, our second try. Scuba Steve and Delta. And once again, Delta on the face-off shot. Winning that 50-50 against Steve, who's struggling to get the speed under his car to get to that ball. And again, Starlit Alpha taking a very quick 2-0 lead with only 4 seconds into the game. Let's see Paco now coming away with a one face-off. Delta carrying it over his goal, trying to get a nice clear out. He's able to do so. It's now in Amateur Hour territory. Steve keeping it out of the corner. Pushing it back up into orange side of the field. Wap and Delta trying to go for a pinch there, it seems. Paco going up, trying to do an aerial. What a save by Delta, keeping it out of his goal and forcing it back up. Steve now pushing it out past midfield. Titch there for a redirect. Delta with a nice clear. A bunch of faking going on right there at midfield between Titch and Paco. A little bit of miscommunication I can suspect, but here comes SCR missing the shot and redirect, passing it back to Wap, who is there, and Steve with a big save, keeping it out, pushing it now towards midfield in orange territory. Paco climbing the wall, 50-50 there. SCR winning that one. Titch going for a clear. They have already 2 points down. They have a lot of work to do here if Amateur Hour wants to come away with a second win. Titch with a nice redirect, bumping it up and over, but no, hitting the crossbar. Paco there, seeing if he can get it in, just a small push, but no, Delta with a nice defensive play. And it's back in Amateur Hour territory. This is a very different looking Starlit Alpha team than what we just saw in the first match. Applying a lot more pressure, keeping it in Amateur Hour territory for a lot longer period of time, which is applying a lot of pressure and causing Amateur Hour to scramble a little bit here. Paco really pushing hard to keep it in Starlit territory. Steve with a nice backward aerial defense. Wap trying to control the movement of Paco there. Now it's a tough back and forth at mid, a demo. Steve with another big save. He may not be great with face-off, so it seems, but on defense, he is a star right now. Keeping Starlit from getting a third goal. Delta flying up right in front of the goal, but not able to knock it down. Wap pushing it back to his teammate, SCR, trying to push it in towards the goal, and missing the double touch. But no! There he is. Delta coming in with his third goal of the night. A nice midfield pass. Steve a little late on the draw there, not able to keep it out of the goal, and Starlit Alpha up 3-0. And both members, Wap and Titch, missing. Delta trying to go for another shot, or SCR, my apologies. As it was cleared back into amateur hour territory with a nice pinch by WAP, but Paco taking it up midfield, trying to dribble past defense. Steve trying to keep it up in the air, giving Titch an opportunity to bounce it off. But Delta there to clean it up and push it back out towards midfield. Here comes Paco trying to apply that pressure, and it looks like there's a demo. Steve keeping it in the center of the field. Paco there with a nice tap. Can he follow it up? No! WAP with a beautiful defense. And again, Steve keeping it out of the goal. Not a lot can be done here. Titch just trying to clear SCR. Leaving him an opportunity, but no. Titch hitting it too high, and there's Steve just off of the post. Can it go in? No, what a save by Delta. Oh, nearly getting another shot. Oh my gosh. So close. So many opportunities to push it into the goal there. And Amateur just cannot get it with only a minute left. 3 points up by Starlet. Titch clearing it upfield, but WAP there and Delta to provide some clears. Paco trying to keep it in the air, see if Amateur Hour can at least get on the board here with one goal. And there's another demo. Not sure about how that one happened. But them's the ropes, kids. Paco with an incredible save from the middle of the goal. Paco trying to push it in. Can he? No. WAP there for a nice defense, clearing it out towards mid. Titch trying to lay one in, and he can! There he is. It's up on the board. And yes, Raptor, I would have had that shot. Now, Amateur Hour finally up on the board with 22 seconds left to go. We go Delta and Steve. Finally, Steve able to play a little bit there at face-off, struggling this game. And they're clearing up field. SCR trying to get out of territory. Changing his mind and backflipping. Let's see if Paco can clear it out to Titch, who's going up, and he could get a second goal. 2 seconds left. Score now 3-2. If Amateur Hour can keep this gameplay up in the air, they stand a chance of tying it up and going into overtime, but they're going to have to win this face-off, and they're going to have to keep dribbling it in the air. Let's see if they can do it. SCR and Paco. Titch hitting it up, but no, they're going to ground it, and there is well-played game. Good effort by Amateur Hour. A little late in the game, but Starlet Alpha applying a lot of pressure and getting 3 goals, 2 right off the bat within 4 seconds of the match. And now the score is 1-1. Both teams with a victory. Incredibly tough match. A little late in the game for Amateur Hour. Coming in at the end there in true form. I'm not entirely sure what was happening at the beginning. Scuba Steve just really struggling getting those face-offs, losing those 50-50s, and giving Delta an opportunity to get 2 goals right off the bat, right off the face-off, and no one in, of course, sitting in goal. And I say of course because you'll see the majority of the players, they branch out to go get the boosts that are sitting in the corner. Let's see how the third round goes here. Let's see if Amateur Hour can kind of get back their glory that they had. And here we are at the first face-off. Paco and WAP going 50-50. Paco getting a big win there, pushing it into the corner of Starlet Alpha territory. Nice bump by Steve, giving Titch a little bit of clear space to keep it in their zone, but WAP getting it out. Steve there for a big save. WAP with a beautiful carry. Titch getting a nice clear, trying to keep it up. WAP again. There for a nice defense. Oh, and Paco flying in, just missing it and forcing it into the corner of the goal, giving Starlet a 1-goal advantage. Very, very close. Very unfortunate. Here comes the next face-off. Titch and SCR. Right now, Titch with a big win on face-off. Steve coming towards the corner but playing it safe, not sprinting at the ball. And there's a nice shot by Paco. Taking advantage of the lull right there between WAP and Steve. What an angle, ladies and gentlemen. Getting a nice side roll right into the ball, bumping it right on in and past two more defenders. CR and Titch at face-off. Titch losing it, staying in amateur hour territory. Delta with a nice shot, but of course Steve, who is on a roll tonight on defense, bumping it out towards mid. SCR there. Titch and Paco doing a double commit. Fortunately, it worked out in their favor. Nice dribble by Steve, getting a nice clear towards the goal, but no, not able to take it all the way. Titch passing the ball past two members of Starlit, bouncing out towards middle, but Paco just missing. What a nice save by Paco. Delta keeping it live in amateur territory. Paco with a nice flip, and there it is, another goal. That's 2-1. Amateur hour taking a lead with 3 minutes and 36 seconds left. 2 goals made by Paco, or as you see, the Apocalypse. Nice shots, good carry. Paco with a big victory here on face-off, chasing the ball, switching out with Steve, who's got it in the corner, but he's got to try to get it past 3 members of Starlit who are able to clear it. SCR missing the aerial there. Paco winning that one, keeping it alive in Starlit territory, applying that pressure. Here comes Titch, bumping it around the corner, going towards the goal. Steve bumping it back out towards mid. See if Paco can get it. No. And what a shot by Delta, clearing, but right off the crossbar. Titch there to clean it up and clear it out. Steve, could he take advantage? No. SCR with a good defensive hit. WAP there for the shot, and right off the crossbar, bouncing down into the goal. Tying it up now, 2-2 with 2 minutes and 47 seconds left on the clock. What a fight so far in this matchup. Right now the score is 1-1, both teams with a victory. This is going to be a big win here for either team. Titch cheating up, Paco getting a good clear, going up, soaring, bouncing it up over WAP off the backboard. Delta going for the clear, but Steve says no, he's keeping in their territory, and WAP says I don't think so. And now it's back in amateur territory. Can they do anything? Delta there for a shot. What a save by Paco, who is really the MVP of this match right now, with 2 goals and some wonderful saves under his belt. Titch bringing it up, getting a nice bounce out of corner, getting bumped a little bit, not able to pass it into the middle like he would like. Paco racing back for defense. Nice rotation there. WAP trying to get it out towards mid. His teammates both back for defense. And right out in the middle, Titch trying to punch it up over, but no. Hits the backboard again. That seems to be his biggest enemy tonight, just that backboard. Titch really applying a lot of pressure here in these 1v2s, but not really able to capitalize. Always, unfortunately, missing those shots. But here he is with a big defensive play, allowing his teammates to come back. SCR trying to push it in towards the goal, but a nice clear by Paco. What a pass. What a redirect, but Steve with a big save. Amateur are really feeling it right now. A lot of time spent on their side of the field, not really able to keep it on Starlit territory, which is what we saw in the first game. And now Titch and Steve trying to get a pinch there. Can they capitalize on that mistake? No. WAP able to clear out in front of his goal, which is a dangerous spot to place the ball. Probably an unintentional double touch there. What a save by SCR. WAP missing that aerial. Paco trying to keep it in the corner, bounce it out to his teammates who are probably sitting mid. Just cannot get it as Starlet, oh, just missing. SCR with a big miss there, which could have given them another goal and a lead. And it looks like Steve, probably the best player on the Starlet Alpha team, with a big save. And up and over off the backboard, and SCR with a huge miss. Steve there for a save himself, pushing this game possibly in overtime. They're keeping it up in the air. Can WAP get it? No. SCR grounding it, and now we're in overtime. Ladies and gentlemen, what a fight here in our third game of tonight's match. Paco with a win at face-off. Delta clearing out towards middle, trying to carry a little bit. Here comes Titch up for the block. Nice clear, bouncing out towards mid. Delta there to respond accordingly. Paco, kind of a bad hit. SCR missing that opportunity of a wide open goal. Yes, Steve was there, but he was just back in rotation. Another double commit by Amateur Hour. Can they get it? What a save! These saves tonight by Amateur Hour have been incredible. Just when you think they're out of position and there's an open goal, someone flies in. Now it's back in Amateur Hour territory. WAP keeping the ball alive, bumping it back. Paco there for the clear. Oh, WAP again. So much pressure, not allowing Amateur Hour to rotate. Starlet looking very different from the first game. SCR bouncing it out from his corner. Titch keeping it back in. Delta with a very light touch. SCR trying to set it up for his team. Titch there for the clear. Getting it out to Steve. Can Steve tap it? No, just missed it. And he missed. SCR missing big with that one. And that's it. Amateur Hour walks away with another victory, making it now 2-1. What a fight. Oh, he says he's gonna need a tune-up after that. You know what I'm gonna need? I'm gonna need another drink. Holy cow. All I gotta say is these matches have been incredible. Starlet really pumping the gas there in game 3, applying a lot more pressure than they did before, keeping the majority of the game time in Amateur Hour territory, which is critical in matches like this, because the more pressure that's applied, the harder it is to get reasonable rotations, especially in such, if you're keeping it on the half of the field of your opponent, it's going to make for very hard rotation when they're trying to play offense and defense, and then they're just forced to play defense the entire time. So well played by Starlet, but unfortunately a big miss on defense. But here we are going right back into it, ladies and gentlemen, to game 4 with Titch and SCR at face-off. SCR winning that one. Paco with a good save, comes out towards mid. Titch going for it. WAP there to get it back into Amateur side, and with a double touch. Not able to get it in there. Delta and WAP struggling against a very strong Amateur Hour defense. Steve, a little too much speed there. Complete miss on the ball. Back into a defensive rotation. Titch clears it. Steve there for the support. Paco sitting back on defense. A big clear out towards mid. Paco going up for it. Missing the touch there. WAP pushing it back out in front of his goal. What a pinch. Can they get back? No! Delta in WAP with a beautiful pinch right towards goal. Very much calculated, ladies and gentlemen. Well played there. Just could not get back in time. Good effort by Steve, but goal by Starlet in the first minute of gameplay of our game number 4. Paco going up. chasing it at the wall, keeping it in Starlit territory. Delta with a good clear. Nice read by Steve. Trying to clear it past 2 members of the opposing team. WAP with a big miss. Paco going up the wall, trying to bounce, misses the touch. And Titch trying to get an angle there, but just missing it. And now the pressure is all on Starlit as Amateur Hour keeps it in their territory for a long portion of the game so far. 3 minutes left. And here's WAP with the response and a nice shot. Good setup by WAP. And a nice drive by Delta. Very well played. Good angle, Steve. A little bit late on the draw there. Oh, thanks, Gary. Appreciate that. Another face-off, and SCR winning this one. Delta going in for the shot. Steve for a nice clear. Bouncing out WAP. Keeping it in Amateur Hour territory. Nice small touch by Steve. Titch back in goal. See if he can get a nice clear. A small touch, not what he wanted, but Paco there to provide the support and get a better clear. Back out into Starlit territory, and now the pressure is on them. Let's see if they can clear it out. But Steve there to keep it in. Nice bounce off wall. Titch with a good shot, but just wide. Oh, not the angle Paco wanted, but you know what? Titch there to pick it back up, and again, another missed shot by Titch. Definitely not the angles he's wanting tonight. A nice stop by WAP, who is smacking off his own backboard, forcing it to clear the goal. Again, another nice shot by Titch, but again, it's a bit wide. Teammate not there to take advantage. He's pushing it back up. Drives under the car. SCR applying a lot of pressure. Kind of winning that 50-50, though he didn't really do much in terms of touching the ball. Steve trying to bounce it back to his teammates. It's in the corner. Here's Titch. Missing the shot. And WAP gets another goal, making the score now 3-0. Seems as though Amateur Hour is struggling just like they were in Game 2. They get the momentum. If they can get the momentum early in the match, they seem to fare better. But right now, Starlit Alpha just holding a lot of the momentum here, and Titch struggling on defense, letting that one pass. SCR with a nice shot. What is it that Titch always tells me? 99.9% of the time, bounce shot will get you. Although not a traditional bounce shot. That's definitely what he was going for there, and it worked out in his favor. Nice pinch by Paco, but it's still laid too close to the ground. Titch getting a good clear off the back wall. See if Steve can get a better angle. No. Again, Starlit there with just really strong defense right now. Paco missing the small aerial. SCR free to dribble it up. Nice touch there by Titch. They're going to have to do a lot of work if they want to get it. Here we go. Titch with a nice open goal shot. Nice and close. Able to push that one in. Getting up on the scoreboard now. Score 4-1, but they still have a lot of work ahead of them. Only 1 minute left in this match and 3 goals to go. For anyone who knows Rocket League, that's still plenty of time to get 3 goals. But against Starlit, who have been playing incredibly well this round, it's going to be a tall order to fill. Nice bounce off the wall into the corner. Paco going up for the 50-50. He's able to win it. Keeping it in Starlit territory. WAP with a good clear out towards mid. Steve taking advantage, and what a shot! What an incredible read by Steve. Unfortunately, WAP taking it out towards middle, which you always have to be careful about. He knew what was happening. He saw Steve coming and tried to adjust, but just couldn't get the right touch on it, and Steve getting a big goal there. Titch losing the 50-50. Giving it back to his teammate Steve, carrying it up, but gets demoed in the process for all of his efforts. 30 seconds left. Amateur Hour trying to get it out of their zone. Paco with a good touch there, but no one there to support as no one's upfield. Everyone's sitting back on defense. Good rotation here. Starlet really keeping it live in Amateur Hour territory. Steve trying to carry, but no, WAP there to respond accordingly and keep it down to the ground. And there is, with Starlet Alpha getting another victory, making the score now 2-2. Comeback? Not quite. Now, if I remember this correctly, this will be the deciding match, as I think it's a best of 5, first to 3, something like that. But really good fights. It seems as though it's a back and forth. You know, this is sometimes what we see in Firewall League matches. Teams will go back and forth. They'll get the momentum on their side, apply a lot of pressure, and then unfortunately they lose that momentum. Something happens and it shifts out of their favor and into that of their opponent. And here we are with our next face-off in our 5th round. And Delta winning another face-off. But that time, the Apocalypse losing the 50-50. And there's a big miss by Paco. Nice touch by SCR. So light, but good redirect. And Titch able to keep it up, allowing his teammate to come in. Can he get the shot? No, Steve. Narrowly missing that. Paco going up. What a touch by Paco. He doesn't get points for that save, but that was very important for Amateur Hour. Titched back for defense. A nice block, even though it was a bit wide. Forcing it back out into the corner, and here comes SCR going in for another corner shot. Big miss. Bad redirect. Going back towards Delta, who has been probably the dominant player on Starlit Alpha. Getting many goals in really good clears and good reads. Oh, WAP carrying it upfield. Paco missing big there. Scuba Steve sitting back in goal. And he's tapping it over Steve, and WAP almost getting the goal there. But just missing. Steve applied enough pressure to make the shot go wide. Right now, WAP with actually no boost. Trying to keep the pressure on. Still in Amateur Hour territory. Paco throwing it up. Both teams really good boost control at this point. Not able to get the pass that he wanted. Titch forced to rotate back towards defense. Now he hasn't been the best on defense tonight, but here he is with a decent clear coming out towards mid. WAP there. But Steve just missing. Good read. Paco with another good clear. Titch going in, seeing if he can get the angle. No! What a nice block by Delta, who's bringing it up to midfield. Of course, Paco there to respond. Oh, Steve, not the angle he wanted! Came right off the side. And now it's back into Amateur Hour territory. Titch trying to dribble up. Can he get a pass? He gets past one defender, but sent right back. What a shot. Off the crossbar and the side post. Nice bump by Paco. Steve rotating back. What a defensive block there. And WAP flying in. Getting the first goal of this match. Making the score now 1-0 with 1 minute 53 seconds left. Keeping them alive. Now A lot of pressure on Amateur Hour. Momentum now shifted into Starlit Alpha's favor here. And another nice shot by WAP, who is clearly carrying Starlit Alpha at the moment with these angles and these shots. Very good read, taking advantage of that miss by Titch, coming off that back corner wall. And here we are at our next face-off. Steve taking this one, and he has had bad luck against Delta, but gets a nice win off a face-off there. Amateur Hour's been in this situation before. Titch flying over Steve, trying to win that 50-50, but doesn't. Paco getting it back into enemy territory. Steve with a nice aerial bump. Good double commit there, but no one back on defense. Oh, and Titch with a beautiful save. Nice clear by Steve. Bouncing it back out was Titch. Not expecting WAP to be there. Steve going up and a nice block. But boy, shots are just flying at Amateur Hour right now. And they are strictly playing defense. They all maintain good boost control, so they can definitely play the aerial game, but can't get a lot done. There's a nice shot by Paco. Incredible pass by Titch right off the wall. Boy, anyone who watches these guys play know they practice that often and practice it well. Very good placement. And that resulted in a beautiful goal with 47 seconds left, only down by one. Starlit Alpha now feeling a little bit here, a little bit of pressure. Steve rotating back around, or sorry, Titch rotating back around, pushing it out. Steve there in weight, but not able to do anything with it. Paco flying in again, keeping that pressure alive. Steve missing the shot. Titch going in, hitting the same spot as Steve. Can they push it in? There it is. Steve with the rebounds and able to get the shot. Starlit kind of out of position there. WAP not able to square up in goal. A few missed blocks there by Starlit Alpha. And now it's all tied up with 26 seconds left. Paco losing that 50-50. Steve pushing out towards middle. WAP, they got to be careful of him. He's been playing really well tonight. A nice double touch. A good clear by Steve. Oh, and what a shot with 7 seconds left. SCR flying in from out of nowhere, getting a beautiful touch. Reading Steve like a book. How unfortunate. 7 seconds. Amateur Hour really needs to win this face-off. Get it up into the air and get another nice shot into goal. But no, it's cleared out towards Amateur Hour territory, and that's it. Starlit Alpha gets the victory. And it's now 3-2. Not just the score itself, but the overall win. Wow, what a game. That was an incredible matchup. I believe it looks like Steve had left. Yeah, it looks like they're all leaving. I think they're just doing good games at this point, but wow, Starlit Alpha winning overall with a score 3-2 and a best out of 5. Amateur Hour really playing their hearts out. Both teams performing really well. Starlit starting off slow and really making me think, okay, Amateur Hour might have this one in the bag, but unfortunately for Amateur Hour, Starlit came back in wicked force in the second match, and it kept bouncing back and forth. Incredible play by both teams. I'm so glad we are able to cover it. I think I'm the only one left here, so I'm just going to leave it as that. But I'm so glad we are able to catch it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you, Indy Gaming League, for allowing us to cover this awesome match. There's definitely a few shots in there that I want to clip so that we can bring you some Rocket League intro rather than the Firewall one. Yeah, I want to thank the Indie Gaming League for allowing us to do this. A big shout out to them for setting these up. That was an incredible match between Amateur Hour and Starlit Alpha. Best of luck to both teams. I will be bringing you stats the next week that we are playing. So if you are not part of our Discord or our Facebook group page, please be sure to check those out and join, because I will be announcing when or if we are going to be able to cover those. I hope that we will be able to cover it next week. As soon as I find out, we'll announce it in Discord. But that's going to be it for now, guys. I'm the Wolf Craze. Thank you so much for tuning in to Amateur Hour Commentary, bringing you the Indie Gaming League Circuit 3v3 match between Amateur Hour and Starlit Alpha. And until next time, folks, peace.
Hello. All this energy. All this energy.
What's this knob do? No, wait.
Hello.
All this energy.